So, let's talk about the For You page. We're all obsessed with it, right? But what if chasing that is actually the wrong move? In this explainer, we're going to dig into the work of Samuel Kofi Bobby Bokeh, who completely flips the script on what FYP should really mean when you're trying to build a brand.
So I want you to ask yourself this, and be honest. Are you just building a feed? A collection of pretty pictures and posts that's gone the second someone scrolls past? Or are you actually building a brand, something with real, lasting value?
This is where things get really cool. The whole idea here is to completely rethink that acronym we all know, FYP. It's not For You page, not anymore. To build something that actually lasts, you need to think of it as fix your purpose and find your people. It's a total game changer in how you approach everything.
And look, this is the difference we're talking about, right here. A feed, it's just stuff, images. You could have 100,000 followers and it could mean nothing, zero equity. But a brand, that's a collection of feelings. It's a vibe, it's an experience. And with a real brand, you could have just 5,000 true fans and be building a business worth millions.
Okay, so a brand is a feeling. But what does that actually mean? What's its anatomy? Well, it's not your logo, it's not your color palette, it goes way deeper than that. It's all about what people think of you, what your reputation is. And you know who nailed this? Jeff Bezos. He said, your brand is what other people say about you when you're not in the room. Think about that. It's the conversation people are having about you when you can't control the narrative. That is your brand.
So what's the point? What job does a brand actually do? Well, it has three core functions. First, navigation. In a super crowded market, it helps people choose you. Second, reassurance. It basically tells people, hey, you're making a good choice. This is quality. And third, engagement. This is the big one. It creates a genuine connection, a sense of belonging.
And that connection piece leads us right to this huge idea from Simon Sinek. You've probably heard it before, but it's so true. People don't buy what you do, they buy why you do it. Your why, your purpose, that's the real magnet that draws people in. So this is absolutely crucial. Before you even think about creating content, you have to nail down two things. First, your aim. That's your mission, your why. And second, your message. That's your voice, your personality, how you show up consistently. Let's make this super clear with an example. A bad aim? We sell coffee. I mean, okay, who cares? But a good aim. Look at Starbucks. To inspire and nurture the human spirit. Wow. See the difference? They're not selling coffee, they're selling a feeling, a third place, an experience. That's branding. All right, so you've got your purpose. Your why is locked in. Now what? How do you actually turn that into content people want to see? Well, it all comes down to one golden rule, and it's all about giving.
At the very core of this whole thing is a simple but incredibly powerful idea. It's the 80-20 rule. And honestly, if you take away just one practical tip today, let it be this one.
So here's how it breaks down. 80%, the vast majority of what you post, should just be pure value for your audience. You're teaching them something, making them laugh, inspiring them, whatever. You're asking for absolutely nothing in return. Then, and only then, the other 20%, that's when you can be promotional. That's when you can ask for the sale.
And the reason this works is just basic human nature. Think about it, right? We all have that one friend who only calls when they need to borrow money or want a favor. You stop picking up the phone for them, don't you? Well, your brand is exactly the same. Don't be that friend. You have to invest in the relationship first.
And this rule works everywhere. It just looks a little different depending on the platform. On LinkedIn, for example, your 80% is all about sharing awesome industry insights and tips. The 20% is that little book a consultation link. Over on TikTok, your 80% is all about fun, trending sounds and useful hacks. The 20%, that's just a subtle check the link in my bio. Okay, so we've got the foundation. We have the philosophy. Now for the fun part. Let's talk tactics. How do we take this solid strategy and actually make it, well, explode? There are 4 main keys to really sparking that growth. First, you have to master the 3-second hook. It's not optional anymore. Second is something called trend jacking, basically jumping on what's already popular to get seen. Third is tapping into user-generated content. And fourth, and this is a big one, is collaboration. Teaming up with others is the ultimate shortcut to growth. Let's just double-click on that first one for a second, because it is so important.
In today's world of short-form video, you literally have maybe 3 seconds to grab someone. Saying something like, "Hello everyone, today I'm going to talk about," you've already lost them. But a hook like, "Stop doing this right now if you want to save money," boom, you've got their attention.
Okay, and user-generated content, or UGC, this is pure marketing gold. Seriously, it's when your own customers start making your ads for you. The best example ever is GoPro. They almost never have to shoot their own commercials because their users are out there creating the most incredible, authentic videos that show off the product way better than any ad agency ever could.
All right, last but not least, building a brand isn't just about what you do, it's also about what you don't do. So let's quickly cover the big mistakes, the things that will absolutely kill your brand before it even gets started.
So here are the top 4 brand killers. Number 1, buying followers. I know it's tempting, but it just tanks your engagement and basically signals to the algorithm that your stuff is no good. 2, being salesy too soon. You break that trust we just talked about. 3, visual inconsistency. If you look different every day, people get confused and can't recognize you. And finally, ignoring feedback, especially the negative stuff. It just screams, "I don't care about you."
And there's a great analogy for this. Being too salesy is like proposing marriage on the first date. It's just weird, right? It's way too much, way too soon. You've got to build the relationship. You have to earn the right to even ask.
So, when you boil it all down, what's the big takeaway? It's this. Likes are vanity. Revenue is sanity. Stop chasing the vanity metrics. Focus on building a real, sustainable brand that creates genuine connections. That's what leads to a healthy business.
So I'm going to leave you with one final thought, a question to really sit with. If tomorrow all the algorithms disappeared, Instagram, TikTok, all of it just vanished, would anyone notice you were gone? Have you built a brand that's so strong your people would actually go out and look for you, no matter where you went next?